Like the good book says, a righteous man falls 7 times but gets back up the 8th. And I fell, and I fell, and I got right back up. And I continue to get right back up. Most importantly, when I'm down, I learn lessons, and I get messages when I'm down to apply in my real life so I can be better, stronger, sharper, and give the best version of myself, for God, and the world. Things are not easy these days. It's so easy for people to play victim and not take ownership of their life and everything that was given to them. Fighting the dog, they're not giving up. Because yes, I've been through the fire, scorching. I've been through the cuts, the pain, the pressure, and through all that, all it has done is sharpen me to be the best, to be a winner. Because I think like a winner, I act like a winner, I speak like a winner, I walk like a winner, because I have a winner mindset. A winner mindset understands that in order to win, you must go through the process. You must practice. You must speak up. You must be aware. You must be able to understand that it's not just you, that you was given a gift, a blessing. And to much is given, much is required, which means it's a responsibility for you to deliver that gift. And I'm telling you right here today, I'm on time. I'm on time. I'm on grand time. Rey Grand. Because Rey Grand has a meaning. The R is for royalty. The E is for eternal. The Y is for yours. The G is for gaining. The R is for respect. The A is for as. The N is for numerous. The D is for dollars. Royalty as you gain respect and numerous dollars. Or royalty internally yours, gaining respect and numerous dollars. And that's a subject because I used to spell my name with an A. Why? Because it was the American way. And it was just easier. Everybody knows A. So it was just marketable. So I changed myself to adapt. And I realized that wasn't cool. That was me changing my identity to fit in. And I don't fit in anywhere. I stand out. I was the brand that stand out. And I am the brand that stand out. So what am I telling you? You gotta know who you are. You gotta know where you're going. You gotta know what you do. And you gotta know why you're doing it. Because that's gonna set you apart from everybody else. Because a lot of times people say, oh, you gotta grind. You gotta go through the grind. And you gotta grind. But you don't have to be busy and going hard, so hard, where you lose your life. Because that's counterproductive. You want to live a whole life, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, by putting in work in each and one of those areas. That's a lot. It's a lot. That's why a lot of people are not successful. Because they will be criticized. They will criticize the people who are successful. So you got to pick one. Are you going to be an owner or you're not? Because the owners will be criticized. You know why they'll be criticized? Because they're not perfect. But they had the audacity and the gumption to go after what they were destined and born to do and be. And the ones who didn't have the gumption to do what they were called to do will criticize those who did. So which one will you be? I can tell you right now, I'm an owner. I'm an owner. I'm an owner. I've been owning it for so many years. You watch my failures. You watch my successes. You watch my downs. You've seen my hospitalizations. You've seen my breakups throughout the years. Those who know me closely seen it in and from detailed matter. And the funny part is, I just begun. My man Dennis at the gym, he said he runs marathons. And in the marathon, you find people who, barely make it to the finish line. And he says he's going to be the guy encouraging people to keep going. He's not going to be the guy where people are, you can do it, and he's barely making it. He said he's going to be the one lifting people up and passing people and encouraging people along the way, because he's not going to get tired, because he's going to be in so much shape that he's just going to keep going. And so as he's saying this to me in the gym, a line popped up in my head. The finish line is where I begin. And I adopted that mindset. The finish line is where I begin. Because as soon as I finish what I set myself out to do, it's a new chapter. A new chapter of resilience. A new chapter to be great. A new chapter to be grand. A new chapter to create something beautiful, something long-lasting, something my children's children can read about, something that could be in the history books. So my stories continue to be being written. What will they say about the chapter that you're in today? What will they read? It's just a question. Because I want to encourage you. That's why I'm here doing this right now. I just want you to be real with yourself, because an owner takes responsibility for what? Their lives. And have someone to keep you accountable to where you're at. We all need an accountability partner. Say, hey man, you need to go left, you need to go right. Right now you slipping. You could do better than that. We all need that. And I'm sure anybody who was great, from music to sports, entertainment, you name it, somebody was there that said, do it again. Do it again. It can be better.
Pay the cost.
And I can almost guarantee you the people who don't do it again, they did it 1,000 times before they even presented it. And they like, that's why they can say, wow, that person did it in one take. Oh, they just did it one shot, but they probably practiced it 1,000,000 times or 1,000 times. So you open to take ownership of the failures? Are you willing to take ownership of the success? Because I know when you take responsibility, it's how you respond. Responsibility is all about how you respond. Funny story. Well, funny but not funny. Someone had cancer, and the doctor who was running a seminar said, how much responsibility do you take for this cancer? The person said, froze. Was kind of offended. But then as time went on, a few seconds or whatever, the guy responded, said, I take 100% responsibility. Something to think about. Whether the cancer, he played a role, or his food, his nutrition, or his exercise, regardless, he took 100% responsibility, meaning he has the authority and the power to respond to the cancer. But when someone doesn't take their responsibility, oh, so who's in charge now? The cancer. How you respond to your adversity is everything. Whether that's cancer, disability, job, your failures, your weight, your mindset is everything. So Ray, how do you respond? Like a warrior. Well, Ray, I'm not a warrior. Well, where do you want to start? Remember what I said, your mindset of where you're at emotionally. Well, you want to journal? Maybe you need to journal and heal the little boy inside of you, or little girl. Maybe you need to step into a local church under some great leadership. Maybe you need to start reading or listening to audiobooks, podcasts. Maybe you need to see a therapist. Ray, you just listed a lot of things. Well, I've done all of them, and I continue to do, and get better and better and better, or grow, I should say. Either way you want to look at it. The finish line is where I begin. So wherever you're at, there is hope. There is a future, and the future is bright. However, it depends on how you look at it, your perspective. And then also to know, to be grateful for what you have, because you have the day. And if that's not enough, I don't know what will be for you. Because sometimes we just have to stop and say, Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for waking me up today. And maybe your attitude ain't right, because sometimes mine isn't either, because my body be giving me a run for my money. But that's no excuse. It's even more encouragement and motivation for me to go to the gym and tell my body what to do, because my body has to listen to me. I don't have to listen to my body. I am the master of my body. And that is a discipline that I am fighting for. And that's where I'm at. Because you can do what you're doing for 3 months, good. You created a great habit. After 3 months, you're going for 6, man, you committed. After a whole year, now you discipline. You want to get to a place of discipline. And like I said to you before, when you wake up, it's not about going so hard every single day. It's understanding who you are. Remember I told you about when I had my little identity, changing the A to change the E to an A in my first name. You know, knowing who you are, your identity, who you belong to, knowing where you're going, what's your purpose, knowing why you do what you do, and then what do you want to do? What is it? What tool? What is it that you do? And after all that, you gotta own it, because guess what? In the beginning, it's gonna look not good, and that's okay, because we all had to crawl before we walk. Starting is better than nothing. Doing something, being something. Because one thing about me and you, ownership will happen. It's either you gonna be the owner or someone's gonna be the owner of you. So I decide to be an owner, and I hope and pray you decide to own your inspiration. Because everybody wants to call you an inspiration when you go through the fire and the pain. But before the inspiration is the process. Nothing worth calling an inspiration doesn't go through the mud, doesn't go through the heartbreak, the brokenness. But you got a partner. You gotta take the accountability, say, you know what, it's mine. Whether it was my fault or not, that sucks. Paralyzed at 14 years old due to bacterial spinal meningitis. Was it my fault? I don't know. But let's say it was. Let's say it doesn't matter. I have to take ownership of it. It's my life. It's my responsibility. It's in my hands. It's the cards that I will dealt. How will you respond to the things and the people in your life? This is Rey Grandoit. Own your inspiration. Royalty, eternally yours, gaining respect and numerous dollars. Till next time. Remember, you was born to inspire the world. The finish line is where I begin. Remember that.
Inspiration is expensive. Pay the cost. Join our community for merch and more at onlyourinspiration.com.